July 11, 1931. The Montreal Gazette, Montreal, Canada. Tesla, confident interplanetary contact possible. Says he has developed means of transmitting energy. Distance no obstacle. Declares it mathematical certainty that other planets are inhabited. Special to the Gazette, New York, July 10. Nikola Tesla, father of radio and of modern power transmission and generation, in honor of the occasion of his 75th birthday today, revealed in an interview that he had developed, after many years of concentrated effort, a means that will make it possible for man to transmit energy in large amounts from one planet to another, which, he believes, someday will open the way for interplanetary communication. During the day, a volume was presented to him containing letters of congratulations from about 100 inventors and scientists. These included Sir Oliver Lodge, E. F. W. Alexanderson, Lee DeForest, John Hayes Hammond, Jr., Dr. Robert A. Millikan, Secretary of Commerce Lamont, H. H. Westinghouse, B. A. Barrand, and Count von Arco. I feel, he said, that we are nearing a period when the human mind will perform greater wonders than ever before. This is due to the continuous refinement of means and methods of observation and the ever-increasing delicacy of our perception. Will man conquer nature someday, he was asked. As I examine the possibilities of achievement, he replied, and the benefits which the human race may derive from them, I think that nothing can be more important than interplanetary communication. It will certainly come someday, and the certitude that there are other human beings in the universe, working, suffering, struggling, like ourselves, will produce a magic effect on mankind, and will form the foundation of a universal brotherhood that will last as long as humanity itself. Then you believe that life exists on other planets? It is a mathematical certitude, was the reply. Have you done anything toward developing means for reaching other planets? The inventor hesitated. There were a few seconds of silence. Yes, he said, I have done a lot. I have developed a means that will make it possible for man to transmit energy in large amounts, thousands of horsepower, from one planet to another. Regardless of distance. Absolutely regardless of distance. I wouldn't have told you that under ordinary conditions, he added with a smile, but the 75th birthday is a rare occasion. How soon will you make your discovery public? There was a trace of regret in his voice as he answered, and the look of a man who has work enough for centuries and only a few years to do it in. I have been leading a secluded life, he said, one of continuous, concentrated thought and deep meditation. Naturally enough, I have accumulated a great number of ideas. The question is whether my physical powers will be adequate to working them out and giving them to the world. It is as Goethe said, the God that dwells within my breast can deeply stir my inmost being. The one that governs all faculties cannot realize its purposes. He had not read Goethe for 40 years, he said, and he quoted it from memory. The conversation turned to the subject of the human brain. We are all automatons, he reflected, obeying external influences. We are entirely under the control of agents that beat on our senses from all directions of the outside world. Being merely receivers from the outside, it is a very important question how good the receivers are. Some are sensitive and receive accurately. Others are sluggish, and their reception is blurred. The individual who is a better machine has so much greater chance of achieving success and happiness. An individual who is an offender of law is a machine in which one or another organ has been deranged, so that the responses are no longer accurate. There is no chance in nature, although the modern theory of indeterminacy attempts to show scientifically that events are governed by chance. I positively deny that. The causes and effects, however complex, are intimately linked, and the result of all inferences must be inevitably fixed as by a mathematical formula. I also absolutely deny the existence of individuality. It took me not less than 20 years to develop a faculty to trace every thought or act of mine to an external influence. We are just waves in time and space, changing continuously, and the illusion of individuality is produced through the concatenation of the rapidly succeeding phases of existence. What we define as likeness is merely the result of the symmetrical arrangement of molecules which compose our body. What about the soul, the spirit? He was asked. Ah, he exclaimed, but there is no soul or spirit. These are merely expressions of the functions of the body. These life functions cease with death, and so do soul and spirit. Through continuous responses to delicate and complex disturbances from the outside world, a feeling is produced, which leads us to a conception of a mind. But remember that you have absolutely no knowledge, no memory, no record of any kind in your brain. Your brain is simply an instrument for reception and control, and it is only when it so responds that knowledge and memory manifest themselves. It is exactly like an echo that sound produces under favorable conditions. The echo is not there, and so also there is no knowledge and no memory until they are provoked. How do I remember? Because the delicate fibers in my body will respond to a feeble effect transmitted through the years, just as delicate reed will respond to certain note. Memory, as I define it, is merely the facility which our receptive organs acquire to respond more easily to impressions often repeated. I have proved this theory by experiments with tuning forks. One tuning fork can be trained to respond more readily than other tuning forks. Has science resulted in making life happier? He was asked. Happiness, he said, is merely a question of desires and fulfillment. Whether one is a savage or the most cultured person in the world, the same degree of happiness may be experienced by both. Science has made existence safer, more comfortable and pleasant. On the other hand, it is inevitable that with scientific progress, we become more and more materialistic, and it is this tendency which threatens our civilization, for it kills the idea, and without the idea, we become animals and destroy each other. What humanity needs are ideals. Idealism is the force that will free us from material fetters. January 8, 1943, St. Petersburg Times, St. Petersburg, Florida. Famed inventor dies in hotel. New York, AP. Nikola Tesla, 85, an electrical inventor, died last night in his suite at the Hotel New Yorker. Members of the hotel staff reported that Tesla had been in failing health for the past 2 years. He was found dead in bed. With emphatic ideas on personal health, as well as electrical engineering, Tesla was a vegetarian and had his meals especially prepared for him. Born in Smiljan-Lik, Austria-Hungary, Tesla began his career at Budapest in 1881, where he made his first invention, an electrical repeater. He also conceived the idea there for a rotating magnetic field,